Hey guys, this is Mr. C, and today we're going to talk about graphing some lines in slope-intercept form. And so the first little slide I have for you is actually what slope-intercept form of a line is. And so this is the most common way that you're going to see lines when you have to graph them. It's not the only one, but it's the most common. And you have your y, your dependent variable, you got your x, your independent variable. The number directly in front of x that's being multiplied by x, that's what we call the slope. And you might have heard that as rise over run. And then you've got this number back here, which is normally b, and then that's your y-intercept. And so if it's in this form right here, it's very easy to graph most of the time, unless you get some fractions in there, and then it may be a little bit more difficult. But let's see how this works. So here's the first problem. And the first one we have is y is equal to 2x minus 3. All right, so first thing you want to do is you want to identify the slope and the y-intercept. And so the slope is 2. So that's your slope. The negative 3 is your y-intercept. And you have to take the sign in front, just like the slope. If it was a negative there, then it'd be negative 2. One thing to note is the x is never with the slope for this line right here. Okay, so when I say slope, we don't say 2x, we just say 2, the coefficient. With the y-intercept, we just say the constant, negative 3. And if it's not there, then it's 0. Okay, so for this one, we have a y-intercept of negative 3, so we start here. And so here's our y-axis, and so we're going to go down 3 from the origin and put a dot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's our y-intercept. Then we're going to use our slope to get the rest of the points. So if the slope is 2, to turn that into a fraction, we just do 2 over 1. And it is rise over run. Now the thing to remember is the run is always to the right. Okay, we always go to the right. And so sometimes I will go to the left, but I'll tell you why I do that when I do it. Okay, so the rise is 2, so we're going to go up 2. The run is 1, over 1 to the right, and then we put our other dot there. Okay, and we basically just keep following that pattern, and you're going to get a graph of a line. So up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Why is it up? Because our slope is positive. Up 2 over 1, and we'll stop there because the graph stops there. Now, if we want to continue this pattern backwards, we have to go back 1, down 2. And we just want to make sure that if we do include these dots on the other side of the y-axis, then they have to follow the same pattern as all the other ones. So we just take our straight edge now, and we connect all of our points as best we can. And we put some arrows on the end, and that is our line. All right, next example. Okay, so for this one, we have a slope of negative 3, and we have a y-intercept of 1. So if we want to, we can just go ahead this plus 1 and just go up 1 for the y-intercept. Then that negative 3 says, and I'll put it over 1, I'm going to go down 3 and over 1 to the right. Down 3 over 1 to the right to get my next point. And so down 3 over 1 to the right. And we see it's a little bit steeper, isn't it? Because the slope this time is a little bit bigger. Even though it's negative, it's still steep. And it's going to be going down, isn't it? Now, really, 2 points determine a unique line. However, I always like to get as many as I can because that way my graph is going to be more accurate. So 1, 2, 3 over 1, back 1, up 3, and then I can't do it one more time because I run off the graph. So now I have a negative slope. So it's going to be going down from left to right. So I'm going to put my ruler on here, my straight edge, connect my dots, and then there's my line. All right, next one. Okay, we got 1/2 x plus 2 this time. So we got to get used to fractions here. So we have a plus 2 for our y-intercept. So I can just go up 2 and put a dot. I do have a 1/2 slope. 1/2 means it's not going to really be as steep as the other ones that were numbers bigger than 1. So this time it's positive. So I'm going to go up 1, 2 to the right. Up 1, 2 to the right. So up 1, 2 to the right, and then there's my next point. I do it again, and one more time, up 1, 2 to the right. Now to continue this pattern on back, down 1, back 2, down 1, back 2, and down 1, back 2. And clearly all of these points are going to be in a line. And so here we go. And then there's my line. All right, next one. Okay, this one, we've got a slope of -2. We have a y-intercept of 4. So we'll go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, put a dot. Down 2 over 1. And I can just do it right there, can't I? Down 2 over 1 to the right, down 2 over 1 to the right. Again, again. And I can do that 2 more times. And then I can go back 1, up 2 to finish it off my pattern. And out of habit, I just tend to do that. All right, we'll go ahead and connect our dots here, our points. And there is our line. So here comes the next one. Okay. This one, we've got a slope of -3/4, y-intercept of 2. So first thing I'm going to do is go up 2 on the y-axis, put a dot. Okay, -3/4 is my slope, down 3 over 4 to the right, down 3 over 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can't really get another one on there, can I? Back 4, up 3 will complete my pattern. And some people have a hard time seeing that, but once you get used to it, you'll get it, no problem. All right, we'll go ahead, connect our dots here. Always use a straight edge. And then there is your line. All right. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, for this one, I've got a y-intercept of -4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, put a dot. Slope of 2/3, so up 2, 3 to the right, up 2, 3 to the right, up 2, 3 to the right, back 3, down 2, completes the pattern. We connect our dots here. And then there is that line complete. All right. This one, fairly simple. You've got a y-intercept of 1, +1, a slope of -1. So if that slope is -1 over 1, I'm going to go down 1 over 1 to the right, down 1 over 1 to the right. Very important that you get the correct direction here. You don't want to be going up because it's negative. It should be going down. And then I'll just go ahead and fill the rest of these in quickly. And then to complete the pattern, just go back 1, up 1. Okay. Good, connect my points. Let's see, looks pretty good. Arrows on the ends. And there's that one. All right. Here's one that has no y-intercept, but really it does have a y-intercept. It's not there. And so really there's just a 0 here, a +0 or a -0, but I like to think of it as +0. +0, where is that? Well, that's just the origin. Origin 0, 0, right? The 4/5 means go up 4 over 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a dot there. And then now you've got to clearly see you've got to go down 4 and then back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just be careful when you're doing that. Make sure that they all line up. You never want to graph a line and turn it in if all the points are not making a straight line. We call that collinear. Okay. now that one is complete. Let's try this one. Okay, now we have a y-intercept of 3 plus 3, 1, 2, 3, per dot. Slope is down 1, 3 to the right, down 1, 3 to the right, down 1 over 3, again, down 1 over 3. Notice that 1/3 is not very steep, and it is negative, it's going down. Back 3 up 1, back 3 up 1. All right, and then we'll go ahead and complete this line. So, like that. And that one is done. And let's try this one right here. -5/2 x plus 1. So we're going to start by going up 1 from the origin. Then we're going to go down 5 over 2 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Let me do that again just to be sure. -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, 2 to the right, okay? Okay, now I gotta go back to up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm right at the top. And that is it. That's all I can do. So now I'm gonna connect my dots here. All right. Now let's just say that I'm not really sure if I did that correctly. How can I check my work at least a little bit? Well, I do know that when x is 2, right, y has to be -1, -2, -3, -4. Because this order pair here is 2, -4. So when x is 2, y has to be -4. So if I put a 2 here, -5/2 times 2 plus 1, for this to be correct, should be -4. So let's see. -5 over 2 times 2. These 2's cancel out, and it's just -5 plus 1. -5 plus 1 is -4, and it does check out. It gives me the correct y value. So if you're ever in doubt, you can check your points, make sure that they are solutions of that line that you started with, and if they are, then you are good to go. All right, guys, remember to like, share, and make sure everybody knows, subscribe to the YouTube channel that I've got going on, and hope this helps. See you later, guys. Bye.